Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, guys. I hope everyone's doing well this Saturday evening. I'm doing pretty well. It's a bit lazy today, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. Um, yeah, we'll be finishing off Genshin Week today by doing Dia's story quest, so that'll be a lot of fun. I'm still getting a few things prepared, so if it looks like I'm kind of looking around, making sure everything's good to go, that's why. um, my microphone's starting working right away today, so that's always good. Yeah, yesterday was weird. I'm so sorry it muted. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say. We're gonna do Dia's story quest. I don't think Tainari plays a part in Dia's story quest, so I think we'll be okay to switch it to the English dub, which I've already done to test some audio stuff. And it looks like we should be okay. Other than that, yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. Other than that, we're gonna start, and then we will probably not do any Genshin next week. The only thing that would ever be related to Genshin for next week would be if I finished up the drawing that I started yesterday. And I think just to speed things up, I think I am gonna do some art where I, sketch some stuff first, and then just do it off screen, and then maybe get to the line art and stuff. And hi, Erkin, hello! Happy Saturday! I hope you're doing well. I think we're good with audio stuff this time around. I think we're actually good, so that means something catastrophic might happen later, but excuse me. Everything is working. Ragnarok is coming. The sky is in flames and the earth is freezing. I know. But yeah, I'm just kind of going over a couple of things where I think we'll be good to play in the English dub, so we can actually follow a little better this time around. I do know that playing in the Korean dub, it was kind of hard for everyone to probably follow that. It's just terrible timing, unfortunately, with all of the stuff that went down with this VA. He's still one of my favorite characters, but if I play in English, I just won't play him on stream. For the time being until he gets that new voice actor, which I'm not sure when that'll happen, but it'll happen. Not to worry. What else? By the way, you got just a few minutes muted of your last stream. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. It's like, what, towards the last third of what happened? And I know the song that it muted too, which is funny enough, because you can hear it start and then mute. So that's really good to hear. So I think, and we didn't even get through like a quarter of it yet, which, 4.5 hours for 415 songs, a 415 song playlist, that's really, really good. So I think I'm just going to continue using that playlist from now on, and hopefully YouTube doesn't like screw me over and just keeps playing the same things over and over again. So I'm really happy about that, and you guys can listen to some awesome music while you watch the VOD. So woohoo! But yeah, this time around, we'll be finishing up Genshin Week today. Admittedly, I'm a little streamed out because of how long I streamed yesterday. So I think I'll just strictly do Dia's story quests today, and that will probably be it. So I think the story quests last maybe like hour and a half, 2 hours. So I think I'll just do that and then just call it for the weekend, because I still have some stuff that I need to do for the rest of the weekend. And then next week we'll get into some new games. I think I'm gonna play a Chilla's art game next week. So we talked about it yesterday, so I think I might play the karaoke and then maybe do like the closing shift or something, which is the one that takes place in the coffee house that I mentioned. Other than that, I don't really have too much else to say, so I think we'll get started. I know we just started a new track, but I think we'll take the music off, And let me get everything situated. Let me get some screen sharing here. Boop. Boop. Now, again, I think the music should be okay. Like the sound and everything. Oh yeah, you know what I can do after Dia's story quest is, you know what? I could probably do it now. The I mentioned it last stream that the reason why the Ballads of Breeze was so quiet, that rhythm game from Windbloom Festival, the reason why it was so quiet, and I mentioned it yesterday, but I want to mention it again today because we're actually playing the game, is the reason why it was so quiet was because the music for that minigame was linked not to the music volume in the settings, but the sound effects volume. So, admittedly, I'm a little tempted to like go over there and maybe play it so you guys can actually hear the music this time around and we can actually have some fun with it. So if you guys don't mind, I kind of want to play it. Where do I have to go? Oh. So yeah, I'm in the English dub, and I think we'll be okay to do the English dub, but I want to do that real quick, just because you guys didn't get the chance to listen to it. And so, yeah, the reason why is, what was it? I gotta go back and change. Yeah, the sound effects volumes I have pretty quiet because the weapon clashing sound effects and the running sound effect music is so loud that I have to turn it down significantly. So let's turn it up all the way. And then you guys can actually listen to it this time around. You guys can actually hear that it's, you can hear it. So, woohoo! Listen to that! You guys can actually hear it this time! So, I don't know if there's a particular one that you guys want to hear, but I know I mentioned that I wanted to do Tainari's because I really like his demo theme. So, we could definitely try that, and then if you guys want to actually listen to some of the others, we could totally do that. But we're gonna do that real quick. Obviously I did it, but I want to do it real quick. I think it was a lot of fun. So let's do it again. Oh, and I changed how the beat map looked. So it looks a little different than when I played it on stream last time. But also, I just really like this theme. It's so good. Ta-da! You guys can actually hear it! Oh man. You just gotta blow your, I don't know, blow your eardrums out for the rest of it. Ta-da! So for anyone in the chat, were there like any recommendations on any songs that you wanted to hear in particular? So that was Tainari's theme. We did Venti's on stream. Okay. Yeah, we did Venti's on stream, but it was very quiet, so I doubt any of you heard it. And so then this was like the Wind Bloom theme in general, which is very cute. And we tried Albedo's, that one didn't work because it was so flippin' quiet, but we fixed it. And then we had Eula's, which is very nice, I like it. And then we have Storm Terror's theme, which is kind of interesting why it was in there. And then Kale's, which is also super cute. So if there was anything that you guys had wanted to hear, I'm more than happy to try and play it, but, well, I've already played it, but if you guys wanted to like watch me play it on stream, I'm totally happy to do that. Maybe one of these days we can do like custom maps. That's so loud. So let me turn that back down. But yeah, so if there is ever another Genshin rhythm game and for some reason it's like super quiet, that's why. We gotta remember, or you gotta remind me like, hey, remember it could be linked to the sound effects. All right, so as you can see, I have not opened Dehya's story quest. I have avoided spoilers like the plague. So we're going to unlock her quest and go from there. And I can grab one of those. Shade upon red silk. All right, so now we can enter Sumeru without any issues. There we go. Oh, that lagged. All right, give me a second to remember how to get to the Grand Bazaar. But, man, I'm just super upset that they didn't, that Dehya's kit just seems so bad. I haven't seen any spoilers, but I have heard really good things about her story quest, and based on what I saw in the Archon quest, she's like a really fun character. So it's kind of a shame that they gave her such a terrible kit, and then, you know, just kind of slapped it on the standard banner and called it a day. So, you know, I hope that they fix Dehya. She deserves it. So let's go to the Grand Bazaar and get started. Ooh, I'm excited.
Paimon's trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list?
Oh, we're going shopping.
Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some.
That wasn't on our list though, was it?
We can still add it to the list.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon.
Dehya!
Wasn't expecting to see you here.
I wasn't expecting to see you. Well, I should have, but I wasn't expecting to see you here either.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
And this is Dunyarzad. I've missed her too. She was a really important NPC in the 3.1 part of the Archon quest, which I didn't stream because I hadn't started streaming then. But she plays an integral role, and I really like her character.
Huh. So you two are still hanging out together. Dehya, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard. Not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends.
Aww.
The Homayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dehya to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dehya wasn't around.
Aww.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming.
God, look at Dia's eyes, man. She looks so cool.
Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dehya. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
Oh, yeah, you have to stay for the good food.
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dishes! I can't believe you can still refuse that!
See, Paimon and I are on the same wavelength. This is why I spoil her, man.
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave?
Oh, yeah, I mean, she should be cured of her Elazar, so it's not like she's bedridden or anything. Navi, stop.
There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
Yeah, let her come. She seems okay. I mean, she might not survive on her own. We might have to help her out a little extra, but I think she could do it.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do.
Oh.
There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
Really?
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
Oh, so it might be a lie.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
Oh.
All right, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like I feel like something is off about you lately. Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid.
Dehya. Paranoid and anxious.
Have you been delaying our trip
That's not
because
good.
you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Oh yeah, something's definitely up.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said. But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
That's a good friend right there.
Oh, looks like Dunyarzad was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble.
Oh.
Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion.
I feel like we're not supposed to be there. I feel like we're just there. Like they're not even looking at us. Not even involving us in the conversation.
Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention.
It might be a little difficult with Paimon just floating there.
As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of mora.
Oh.
The most notorious is a faction known as Desheret's Relics.
Desheret's Relics.
Desheret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
King Desheret.
Yep, you got it. I've
Simple.
heard that you've already crossed paths
Why
with
was that
Aina
an
Akmar.
option?
They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Yeah, this was also something that played a part in the 3.0 part of the Archon quest. So, like, right at the fresh start of the Sumeru Archon quest that I didn't stream because I wasn't a VTuber yet.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Ahmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Ahmar.
Do we know him? Dakan al-Ahmar.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something.
Oh.
Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years.
I love it.
Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Ahmar is led by my father, Kusela.
Oh. What?
Say what now?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now.
Oh.
But what did they do?
Uh-oh.
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Are we gonna meet her dad?
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them.
Oh, dang.
Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
Oh, man. No mercy for anybody.
That's beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own kind.
I don't know how Deshret's Relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Ahmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years. If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target.
Oh, I like the way her voice actress said that line. My goodness. The fear in the voice.
I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
Yeah, that's not
I
good.
don't know.
Oh,
People
dear.
change. He's always been pretty pathetic.
Oh, never
But
mind.
At least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
Wow, guess they've already had a rough relationship from the very beginning.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him?
That is a fair point.
He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women.
Ooh.
Of course, the other brigade members were just like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Oh, we're looking really sad.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Is her mother still alive?
Unfortunately, I never knew my mother.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Dehya. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person.
Oh, no.
He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories.
Gosh, no wonder why Dia's always so motherly to a bunch of the other characters.
But the problem was
Or
that
big
he had
sisterly.
terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale.
Oh, dear.
They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull.
Okay, that's fair.
He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play.
Really?
Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
Oh, that's not good. Ooh, really? Ooh.
What an interesting guy.
But it doesn't sound like he had all bad intentions.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish, but that was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him. Until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself.
Ooh.
Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them.
Ooh.
No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down.
Get their asses, Dehya.
Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
Yeah, she's smarter than that.
I think I can understand
My
your
goodness.
feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me.
You just want to find out why they suddenly started causing so much trouble.
Yeah. I
So much
told the
more
boys to
trouble, I
gather
should say.
as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
Smuggling what?
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
That's okay, we're gonna get roped into it somehow.
It is, but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
I hope Dunyarzad doesn't get thrown into any danger in this.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
She getting flustered?
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
Well then I'll go back to the desert with Dehya.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
Listen, you can pay me back with the smile this time.
Well, she's super tough, so if she went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem will be solved in no time.
You know it.
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you took her along to help.
You can count on me.
I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
You too, just in case.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady.
God, I love Dehya's design so much. Even though her kit's terrible, I'm like half tempted just to pull her just for her design.
All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
All right, sounds good. Maybe at the end of this, I think I still have some pulls. Lion's blood. I think I still have some pulls, actually. Hang on. Oh, dang. Yeah, I still got... Hang on. I like to turn them into the intertwined fates just so I can see for sure when I have... So I have about, like, 31 pulls at the moment. So, I mean, maybe after the Archon quest, we could just, like, do 110 pull and be disappointed. We'll see. Oh dear. And I'm not even like hoping for her either, which is the bad part, but I feel bad for saying that, but it's so
Hey, Dehya,
conflicting.
you're back. Are these two friends of yours?
Yeah, we're besties. I trust Dehya with my life. No way.
Oh, so you've already become like one of us then? Well, that's good to know.
Everyone trusts Dehya with their life.
Anyway, since we've got a newcomer, let me fill you in on what the Khan al-Akhmar's been up to lately.
Uh-oh.
They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become acceptable targets.
Their own? Jesus.
They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
But why?
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own.
Yeah,
But it sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
but for what reason?
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market. A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used in their next violent operation.
But if they keep going after their own, who are they gonna go after when there's no one left?
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora.
Mm-hmm.
A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. We were able to learn a few things from the exchange.
Really?
Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more accurate to say that they're experiencing an internal power struggle.
Oh.
Wait, a power struggle?
Oh man, is her father losing power in the circle?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigades of Deshret's relics. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only plausible explanation we have.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. It seems they're also trying to keep things under wraps.
I'm already liking the direction that this is going in.
Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as Dakan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
They were able to cause so much damage. That somehow makes things even more confusing.
It sounds mighty strange to me, too. Haroon, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us.
We got this.
Gotta say, though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the few days I was gone. Sounds like you were really putting your necks on the line, no?
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are. The Khan al-Ahmar is your father's crew after all.
What he said. Besides, Dehya, haven't you done more dangerous things than all of us combined?
Who is this?
What we did is nothing compared to your experiences.
Who is this?
Yeah,
Oh.
and while they went to talk with Dakan al-Akmar, I took a look at the last camp they attacked. Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Oh.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here, too.
Ah, why do I feel like I've heard the name Khalaf
We
before?
rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebot. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from her.
As you should. No, I'm kidding.
Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Heck yeah.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
Oh no, don't ask that.
Oh, you're also planning to tag along with them?
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever she goes, Paimon will follow.
Paimon's best travel companion.
Oh, in that case, then you'd better take care of her too, Dehya.
Oh, blunt as ever.
Don't underestimate Paimon!
She's there for
Don't worry
moral
about
support.
her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the traveler here. Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
It's such a backhanded compliment. It's got us in the first half.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances.
Oh, one other thing, Dehya. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy about your upcoming schedule?
Schedule.
We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but
Oh.
everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty disappointed to only find our crew of rough, unkempt guys.
Oh no.
The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay, and that really got to him.
Sorry to hear that.
Dee's a
I'll be sure to
celebrity.
bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main selling point, after all. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Don't start, Hisham.
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping like a bunch of scarecrows.
Oh dear.
The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Ooh, yikes.
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
She can bring it up as much as she wants. She's Dehya, your selling point.
Huh? Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
Completely unaware.
I don't think you were part of the brigade yet.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
Dude, seriously.
All right. We can tell you about it later. Now's not the time.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
I love I love the facial expressions.
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them.
Look
If
at
that
us.
doesn't put an end to it, then you just challenge them to a fight.
Oh my gosh, look at us.
But we also
I'll never
don't
get
tend to
tired
take
of
many
that.
things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up, never talking about it.
The hell is happening in the background?
That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it. Though, I can never do that when I'm with the Homayanis.
I'll never get over Lumine's deer in the headlights expression. It is the best expression in the game.
Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, you hear her, Holof? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. I drew up a map. Right here is the spot. There you'll find the merchant caravan responsible for
Why are
getting
you
rid of
so
the
quiet,
Karnal
sir?
Akbar's looted goods. All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Will do. You stay safe, Dehya.
It's like serious when you need to be, and then just all over the place when you're not on the clock. Excuse me. Okay. Watch over the trade route and wait for your moment. So we're gonna be hiding behind a bunch of mushrooms, it looks like. There we go.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
We'll do our best.
No need to worry. She knows her way around a fight.
Yeah, I do. I even put her in my party. That's how you know I'm serious.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all, we still need to get information out of them.
Oh, that is true. Oh my god, they put the time in themselves. I don't have to go into the menu to change the clock myself. Dehya's quest is already the
Here they
best.
come. You ready?
Yeah, I am.
Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
Oh, I know how to surprise attack. Oh. Wait, I gotta see what Dehya looks like first. God, look how much HP she's got. Oh my gosh, that's how much HP my Yao Yao has for healing. Alright. Of course it's the elemental burst. Of course it's Noblesse Oblige. C3. Talents 8, 8, and 11. That's not a good sign with with the 11. All right, let's see if I can do any vaporized damage. Hang on. Oh wait, no, she's 5. I mean, we can. I don't know. We can always do her as physical damage, maybe.
Go get it, you Aglaé. Don't be scared.
Oh my god, the burning. That's hilarious. Yao Yao's not even a damage dealer of mine. She's my healer, strict healer.
You're the Flame Bane.
Oh, look at that smug smile.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
You really want to try that against Dehya, though?
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes?
Oh, damn.
You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
It's alright, Paimon. She knows what she's doing.
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds.
Oh.
I'll save you the trouble.
Whoa, what did you do? Did he...
Huh? Are you crazy?
Wait, did he just hurt himself?
He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies.
What? What'd you do? With Dia's emergency treatment, the bleeding in Saturn's mouth was brought to us.
Definitely didn't expect him to go that far.
What was the word? I don't
Thankfully,
know.
the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
Oh my god, you cut off your own flippin' tongue? Literally?
Why would he be so extreme?
I thought it was almost a figure of speech when she said that.
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
That's not a good sign at all.
Well,
They must be
well, for
desperate
now,
for something.
We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we do?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking.
It's okay, you can just, like, I don't know, tie him up first so he doesn't have the chance.
There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
Aw, Dehya. God, even showing all of that for someone under that kind of rule, too. Saturn's not gravely injured and will probably wake up soon. It should be okay to leave him here for a while. Let's see, what do we got? There's some weapons in the boxes, as well as a bunch of medicine and bandages. It seems like Dakan al-Akmar is really up to no good. And then transport. There are a lot of daily necessities like food and water in the boxes. It doesn't seem like anything noteworthy. There's anything noteworthy. And then the backpack.
Found a piece
Excuse
of
me.
paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
I don't know, maybe.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant caravan, they should have a record of their transactions.
Ooh.
Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti.
Kusela is, Dia's dad.
All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and medicine. It seems that in the past, they used to receive some canned knowledge as well. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods for Mora, and the funds will then be passed to a specific person. That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods, which will then be brought right back to Dakana Lakmar.
Okay.
Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No. Oh.
No value?
Yeah, every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered.
Maybe the Mora amounts just happened to cancel each other out?
Perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all?
That's not a good... I keep saying it, but that's not a good sign.
Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was
Excuse
probably
me.
sourced from the rainforest. Huh?
What?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Junior Zod? Junior Zod's family?
Homoyani? You mean Junior Zod's family? Could it just be another family with the same last name?
Oh, no, no.
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father, and the head of the Homayani family.
Oh, uh-oh.
Just what the heck is going on here?
Calm down, Dehya. Let's analyze the situation first.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet.
Yes.
But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakana Lakmar.
Oh, no.
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with Dakan Akhmar?
That's a possibility, but if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shazamon as their person of contact?
Oh.
They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Rebat or Port Ormos.
If he's actually aware of this, then perhaps he's been supplying the brigade's operations this entire time?
Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the loot.
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homayanis are in need of money.
I honestly have no idea.
Looks like we gotta investigate a little further.
I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past?
Like a loan shark?
But that's still just a speculation. I don't think the Master would stoop so low to make Mora.
I don't think Junior Zod knows anything about this either.
You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and she wouldn't deliberately keep something like this from us.
But what should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If we want to get to the bottom of this, we won't be able to turn back. I gotta click it. It's okay, Dio. We're here. We can help you out.
If you ask me, we already have no choice but to confront her about this.
Junior Zod?
I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict yet. I still have faith in the Homayanis.
Yeah, we gotta see what's going on with
Let's
that.
go find
That's
my
not
lady
good.
again. We'll tell her everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support. If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakana Lakmar.
Dehya, are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need, we just end up revealing everything we've discovered to the enemy?
She does not make a
I've
point.
considered that possibility. But even still, I want to tell her what we found. I think I owe her that much. True friendship is built on trust.
Absolutely.
She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion. That's not how I deal with people.
You're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
I hope we'll be of help to her.
Yeah. Let's pay another visit to Sumeru City.
Alright. Oh dear. Oh no. I'm getting worried that Junior Zod's gonna be in trouble sometime during this. And I will not be ready for it. Listen, Junior Zod was already in peril before because of the Elazar scare. Now I'm not ready. Dunyarzad! Are you okay? You look upset.
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then. Well, how did it go? What did you come up with?
While they're talking, if my model freaks out a bit, don't worry about it. I have to adjust, like, something under the table. Hang on.
Actually, we're still investigating. It's just that
There we go. Sorry about
we've
that.
discovered something strange.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something directly in front of us, yeah.
You all look a little dispirited. Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all. Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll be able to say something to cheer you up?
Oh, look at her being ready to be nice and be a friend. That's what I do. Sometimes when I realize that one of my friends is upset, I'm just like, you want me to send you like a really funny meme to laugh about it?
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset with my father or anything like that. How should I put this?
So something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon have been uncharacteristically quiet. On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, Dunyarzad, we're back!
Oh, she even knows how Paimon works.
So tell me, what happened?
Well?
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next. It concerns the Master.
The Master? You mean my father? Okay, I understand. Don't worry about me. I'll listen as attentively as I can.
Dehya manages to explain the results of the investigation.
My father has been supplying goods to Dakan al-Akmar?
Yeah, it makes as
Oh,
little sense to
no.
us as it does to you. I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
That feels unlikely, though.
I can't help but agree with the Traveler.
Huh? You mean you feel the same way, Dunyarzad?
I mean, there's a chance that it could be for good intentions. Like, I don't know, it just seems like a bunch of these stories tend to go in that direction where it's like they really mean for good intentions, but they just go down extremely dark paths.
Thank you for sharing all this information with me.
You got it. You deserve to know.
Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you about some doubts that I've been harboring for quite a while.
Doubts?
In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his way to hire Dehya?
Oh no.
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beasts. Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around to become one of his bodyguards. He offered me a pile of Mora, so I just signed on.
Well, but that didn't really answer my question. Just think about it. Why did my father specifically reach out to the Blazing Beasts?
Where Dehya's the celebrity.
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe someone recommended us. I've never given it too much thought.
Come on, Dehya, you can put the pieces together.
I think I get what you're saying.
There you go.
You think none of this was a coincidence?
Exactly.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seems strange or out of place. But there are many parts of the story that don't actually make any sense.
Oh dear.
If my father had always been in contact with Dakan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dehya into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dehya to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over my life anymore.
Ooh.
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence your life without you knowing.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, dang.
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
That's what things are looking like at this point.
Sorry we put all this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
That's me. I feel so bad.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be thanking you. Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been funding a violent group of mercenaries, then it's my duty to bring him back to reason.
But
You
is that
got this,
really
girl.
the right thing to do? My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for him. You may call me an ungrateful child, but my feelings will remain the same. However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing but generosity and kindness.
I'm trying to think.
If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Oh, Dehya.
Dehya.
Why are Paimon and I like saying the same things this go around?
It's all right, Dia. If anyone were to ask, you could always just say that I'm the one who instructed you to get to the bottom of this.
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking responsibility. Besides, you're the one we should all be worried about right now.
Hey, it's still too early to give up hope. What was the thing about friendship again?
Paimon, true friendship is built on trust.
Right, yeah, trust. You said that yourself, Dehya.
Yeah.
Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts.
If your trust hasn't been misplaced, then he probably has many conflicting feelings as well.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh dear.
I guess I should always remember the trust that I've placed in people. In which case, my lady, could you ask the Master to come out and have a chat with us?
Oh, we're gonna see Dunyarzad's dad?
Sure thing.
Oh my god, we're gonna
I
see
also
everyone's
hope you'll
dad
be
in
able
this,
to
I
give us
feel.
a logical explanation.
Usual place? Ah, right.
I don't remember what the usual place was. Oh yeah, wait a minute, I know what the usual place is. Oh, this was another... I'm sorry, I'm peeking the mic with my S's. This is another 3.0 Archon quest thing. God, this dude in particular just... He spawns in so much later than the rest of the other NPCs that I just crash into him every time I cross in this direction. It's ridiculous. The usual place.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the Traveler, and next to her is her travel companion, Paimon.
Hello.
Ah, yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to time. It's a privilege to finally meet them in person. But we may skip all the pleasantries for now. What is the important matter you wish to discuss with me today?
Well,
He
we
sounds
wanted
like
to
he
bring this
knows.
transaction record to your attention. There's something on this record that we're all pretty curious about.
Dia explains the issue.
So
I can't read that
that's
fast.
what you found. Huh. Seems like I can't keep everything from you much longer.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
Yeah, we would.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. What I do know, though, Dehya, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything, it will likely cause you a great amount of anguish.
What? Why?
Wait, me?
Yes, I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective commitment to do the right thing. But knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say, ignorance is bliss.
Oh, but now I gotta know.
Your father, Kusela, and I both believed that. Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth, but I must warn you. The facts of this matter may reduce everything you've built for yourself into sand, blowing in the wind.
Oh, God.
If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also fade into the wind like a fleeting mirage.
What was her dad trying to do?
His heartfelt efforts. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure I follow.
Is he, like, protecting Dehya or something?
I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father's support. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish and fight for. None of these things have anything to do with him. I came here today to support you as the head of the Homiyani family. No warning will change my stance on that.
I understand. Then let me tell you a little story.
Are we gonna get a cutscene?
Our family
No.
once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyarzad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked by bandits.
Oh.
They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, a group of passerby Eremites lent us their support. Those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dehya al-Ahmar. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would Dehya al-Ahmar go so far to save us and not spare the fellow Eremites? Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyarzad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really? I never knew.
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time and offered everyone generous remuneration.
So, that's what happened.
Interesting.
It was many years before I saw him again.
Oh.
I almost didn't
Oh.
recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door.
There he is in the cutscene, in the flashback.
The man I knew to be strong and healthy had been reduced to a shell of himself. He couldn't even walk anymore without his cane.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
I'm not too sure myself.
Huh.
The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He said there was absolutely nothing to worry about and that he had gotten into a fight. That was all. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar. There was no need for her to have a bodyguard when she could barely leave the house. But he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know a bodyguard won't come in handy one day? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the Blazing Beasts, and in particular, a mercenary named Dehya.
So he was the one who recommended Dehya to you.
Ah.
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks.
Oh.
He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the vicious world of mercenary life. If Dehya could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert would decrease, and she'd be able to leave her previous life behind.
Is that why he acted the way that he did? Even if it hurt Dehya, his relationship with Dehya, even? So that way she would just go out on her own to begin with? And estrange herself from the group?
And that's why you offered her such generous compensation?
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, I also began to see Dehya as my own daughter.
So he wanted to give Dehya a life that she would never have with him?
And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took. Kusela saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him entrusting his daughter to me.
He was always like that, acting like he's oh so smart and self-righteous.
Oh.
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. I refused to take any mora from him, but he'd always send me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter from him a few years ago. The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, medicine, and even explosive materials.
But why?
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dekhan al-Akhmar started becoming more aggressive?
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. I wanted to meet him face to face to discuss things.
Did you talk to him face to face?
But by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because he doesn't want to put Dehya at risk.
Honestly, it's probably because he's dead. I don't know. I just got that feeling like he's dead. And someone's in the group is using his name. Like they found out, killed him, and it's like, well, we're gonna use his name to our advantage to get money from the Homayani family. I don't know. That's my guess. But by that same token, he should have also stopped asking you for materials.
That thought occurred to me as well.
Dude's dead. I can
figured that he
feel it.
probably
I
came
feel
to me,
bad,
for
but I can
help
feel it.
because he had nobody else to turn to. After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I turned down all his requests for explosives and weaponry. I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to harm, but I could not simply reject his plea for help. In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just chose a solution that made me feel least guilty about myself.
You're probably feeling some extra guilt now.
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his world. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world in the first place.
Don't say that, Dehya. You're one of the best characters in this game. Unfortunately, just not as a playable character. I hate to say it.
Oh no. Dehya, please don't feel that way.
No, don't. I will give you 1,000 smiles if it means you never get to say that again.
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions.
Maybe there's another way of looking at all of this. Can you try to believe in him just one more time?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I can do it.
That's okay. I don't blame you.
But I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still need to figure out his exact actions and reasoning for these last few years.
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything between the two of you would need to be resolved between you and him alone. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, I tried my best to avoid getting involved any further with him. However, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member of the Corps of 30.
Jawed.
He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Dekhan al-Akhmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know Kusela's whereabouts. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe you'll be able to find him there.
Why are these highlighted in blue? Am I gonna have to remember a sequence?
Understood. Thank you, sir. Then I guess this is bye for now, unless...
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little dazed and haven't finished processing everything quite yet.
No, that's okay.
My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I'm also not sure if there was a right way to handle this problem.
I guess it just depends on the person if they want to know the truth or not.
I feel like Our only course of action is to turn everything we know over to the core of 30 and let them render judgment.
Yes. I am prepared to accept whatever verdict they choose.
Oh.
It's time to face my mistakes.
See, I told you, what did I mean? He was going to, it's for really good intentions, just in a terrible direction. Okay. Alright, so we have to wait for him outside the tavern at night, so it's still gonna make me change the time. Of course it is. Why would it not? I'll go midnight 10. I don't know. 12:10. Oh, I see him sitting down. Is this seat taken? Hello.
Huh? Who are you guys?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps? Pretty bold, if you ask me.
Dia's ready to punch someone in the face.
Shh. Keep your voice down. How do you know all that? Come with me. We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy to talk things over once we're somewhere private.
Well, he's pretty willing. Unless he's dragging us to a trap.
This place should do.
I doubt it.
All right. Back to my question. How did you all know about me?
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment you'll face once we report you to the Corps, I assume.
Wait. There's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out. What are your terms?
So what's in it for you anyway, Mora?
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time, and Kusela took good care of me in the past. I waited in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down. I wouldn't only be helping my benefactor, but I could also make some quick Mora.
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating Dehya Lakmar, and we're gonna put an end to their operations. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to reduce the terms of your punishment.
Oh.
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen, I made quite a bit of Mora from my last run. You just give me a number, and I'm sure we can...
Oh, don't mess with Dia right now.
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary is after something other than money.
Yeah.
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some nice words for me later. They're always on the move. Here's the spot they were at the last time I made my delivery to the desert.
All right.
Feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you though, it's not on me if they're not there anymore.
Sure. And then you can forget about any nice words from us.
Hey, come on. Now you're just being unreasonable.
Really? And how do I know you're not leading us straight into a trap? Don't forget, you're the one with no bargaining chips.
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look, and if they're not there anymore, I'll try to figure out something else for y'all.
Now that's more like it. Let's move.
All right, let's
And
do
as
this.
for you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You don't want us to call the folks from the Corps and have them drag you back to the city.
Ooh. Dude is so dejected.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
Karma came to bite him in the butt pretty quick. Oh my god, where in the world are we going? All the way over here? By the giant robot? Goodness. Oh wait, I forgot I can use these. Woo! Woohoo! I love those things. You know, I've been doing... Never mind, I'll wait until this is over. But...
Seems like we're in luck. That should be their camp right up ahead.
I was just about to say, I've been doing daily quests in Liyue to avoid you know, getting into anything revolving around Dia's story quest, the Archon quest, or Mondstadt's Windbloom Festival, and I keep forgetting that they don't have those things, so I keep having to just climb everywhere, and I'm like, this is terrible. We're getting spoiled in these new regions, man.
Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves.
Yeah, we will. Are we gonna be Dehya
I'm
again?
here to see Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Dehya, why are you here?
Oh! I keep hitting the wrong buttons!
Thunderclap!
Mind the deluge.
Oh, come on. I keep forgetting I have Dehya. I mean, the physical damage isn't terrible.
Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, hello? Oh.
So are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
Let me hit the right button, please. I keep hitting the wrong buttons.
Don't be scared!
Oh yeah, I forgot I used that already. I'm stuck.
Defract.
Well, that'll be easy. There we go. Perfect. Sorry, I kept getting stuck.
Oh, she's so strong.
Oh, you can't use that line when we have Dehya in her kit currently.
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things too far. Just bring Kusela to me. There's no use hiding him anymore.
Am I gonna be right?
Did you understand a single word I just said? Or do I need to bash your skull in some more?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down for a second. Dehya, the boss can't come out and see you anymore. He died a long time ago.
I was right! I was right!
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
I was so right.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Akmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
Oh.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
Oh, so you're like a rogue group? So that's why they turned on each other? It was all motivated by revenge?
Let me start from the beginning. Dehya, do you know how the head of the Relics maintained order internally?
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were a part of it, yes. But just those on their own weren't enough. They had another tool at their disposal. They called it a person's record.
A record?
Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in Deshret's Relics were forced to leave a record of themselves at headquarters. Whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit, the record served both as a symbol of loyalty and the perfect material for blackmail.
Getting the water break. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of phlegm in my throat. So you mean Kusela thought there was no escaping the records?
That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, Tikriti, and all the boys who grew up with Dehya and ended up joining our ranks. But you, Dehya, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
Oh.
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's Relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's sinister rules. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly to headquarters. But in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he do? He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records. He'd come up with all kinds of excuses and get beaten up as a result.
Oh.
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
Dude, his voice actor sounds very familiar too, not to break the tension, but still.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk without a cane.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this, and I'd never seen him get injured or beaten.
Maybe he hit it really well?
Because you were too young at the time.
Oh,
How would you
that
ever
too.
tell between wounds from a beating and wounds from battle?
Fair
When you
enough.
left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
Oh no.
So even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not
Really?
arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
Wow.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need, since the Khan al-Ahmar would soon be no more. His words
No
made
more.
no sense to me, but that night, we heard that a massive fire tore through headquarters and razed everyone's records to ash.
Oh, he didn't. No way.
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our ranks, but from the other brigades as well.
So he sacrificed himself to do that.
But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on,
Oh.
the sole purpose of the Khan al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters' strength. It's given us the opportunity to launch our attack. Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very end.
But Desheret's relics haven't been the only victims of your revenge.
There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding.
Oh.
Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped to the rainforest.
Okay.
But we won't let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies, from food and medicine to weaponry and explosives.
So you were using his name to get that stuff.
All we
I
can
was
do
so
is exchange
right.
our loot from Mora, and then use that to get supplies. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, many people were willing to come to our aid.
Oh dear. And they were none the wiser.
We were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win many impossible battles. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to directly strike their headquarters.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
And this is a lot to take in. And I'm not even a part of this group either. Wow, Dia's story quest is starting to be one of my favorites. Responding to violence with more violence will only cause more pain. Do you have any idea the amount of damage you've done?
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We did not
And?
deserve the freedom that the boss won for us with his life.
Oh.
Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrificing yourself to save the world.
Oh, he was trying to be the hero from the stories that he would tell Dia.
We used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end, he really went and lived those stories out himself.
Oh, my heart.
As for me, I never considered myself a hero. We're all the lowest of the low. We have no right to even imagine such an existence. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. The spirit of the hero touched all those he had saved, and more people joined his cause. Maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, We were drawn in. And now, we want to see the story through to the end.
So Dio was right to an extent that he was doing it for himself, but he was also doing it for the rest of the Eremites in his group from Dekhan al-Akmar. But then I guess he wanted Dia to feel a part of that too.
I'm sorry, Dehya.
And she just didn't.
I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a madman ranting.
Oh, Dia. That's a lot to take in, poor thing.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dehya? You wanna go with them?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that some situations get so bad that it's difficult to tell good from evil.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I want to know if my father is still there.
Oh, no. Oh, Dia.
I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along.
I'm gonna be
I can
there.
do this on my own.
No, I'm coming. I don't care. I'm on your side, Dia. I made a promise to... No, I'm on your side. It's not just the promise to Dunyarzad. I'm here.
Yeah. Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see this through to the end.
God, even if Dunyarzad didn't ask me to do it, I would have done it.
Thank you. We'll be a lot stronger together with you.
I bet Boss would lose his mind if he ever knew you'd join us at the very last moment like this.
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants. But the fact is, I owe him this much.
Oh dear. This is getting... I know... I'm gonna teleport. I don't care. I'm sorry. But, this is... Where am I supposed to go? I'll go to this one, and I'll walk and talk. This is definitely probably one of my favorite story quests so far. The story quests in Sumeru have been like...
Is perfect for doing nothing at all.
It's been so good. Like, Tighnari definitely... Tighnari's story became one of my favorites when I did it. I really liked Al-Haytham's. I haven't done Farazan's hangout events, so I can't tell if the hangout events are just as good, but yeah, no, I very much am enjoying this one. Move over, Tighnari's story quest. Dehya might bump yours that right out of the way. So good. Why is Sumeru so much fun? I don't know. Maybe it was because I didn't have that much fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Inazuma, but maybe it was the terrain that kind of turned me off from the place in the first place, because you couldn't climb anywhere in that place. And so maybe Sumeru is just kind of making up for that to me. But I mean, that's not to say I didn't enjoy Inazuma. I really did. But Sumeru just feels like it's on another level compared to the other regions in terms of all that, if that makes sense.
On the way here.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their perimeters.
Has this always been here? Has it? I don't know. Enter hiding place. I'll keep my group for now. I'll keep my half-assed traveler build. It should be okay. My half-assed hyper bloom traveler. It'll be fine. We got Dehya anyways.
Wow.
For the pyro portion of
I
it.
didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
It is reduced to rubble.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people they've got left, though.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
I've fought through many situations like this before. I fight domains on a daily basis.
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here. I'll take the lead. I've been here once before.
You've been here before? Oh, wait, yeah, you have. Oh, oh my god, they get to help us! Oh, that's great.
Stay put. Lightning slash.
Here you are.
Let's see.
Hey, go away.
I wonder if, like, I never see like fighting NPCs lose any health, but I wonder if oh dear. I wonder if Yao Yao can heal them, or like if healers can heal them or anything. Well, that worked out just perfectly. Where are my blooms? There they are. That's like the whole point of my traveler's build, is that she needs to hit those dendro cores to do any of that damage. Oh, I moved at the last second. Let's see. Oh, if only I had Tainari here. Let's see.
Mind the deluge.
Hold on, I'm gonna try. I keep hitting the wrong freaking button, but.
You're dead meat.
Alright.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
I almost always have trouble using the trial characters. Crowd. So stupid. I love it. Anyways, I just always have trouble using the trial characters.
Without checking for any traps.
They're doomed.
Hey, you guys okay?
Oh dear.
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything else.
You better not.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss down!
Let's check if there's another way. The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better.
I love puzzle
Let's
solving. Gimme puzzle to solve.
I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something. Let's try our luck with that mechanism.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, did we need? It looks like, I don't know, Electro might be needed. Raise and change. Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, well that'll be easy. Nothing too bad. Did I miss any chests before I go? Sometimes in these once-only domains, there are chests that you can get, and then you can never get them again. I think we're okay. Let's just keep going. If anything, there'll be common chests anyway, so nothing too bad. Alright, let's move out. Oh, it's a good thing. Oh, this is why we would need Electro. Okay.
Bellowing thunder.
Wrong freaking button. Sometimes for these mechanisms, you need Electro to break down a shield. So that's why you would need those.
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We
It
just
is?
need to adjust it a little.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's see. And then we'll have to lower this one. Perfect. There we go. Easy enough. Ah, I see. Ooh, I keep hitting the wrong button.
Lightning slash!
Defract!
You blade!
Cascade!
Ha! Duh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, and then we'll need Electro for the shield here. There we go, that's why you would need Electro. It's only Electro can trigger that. Oh god, I wonder what would have happened if I didn't bring the Electro Traveler.
Kamisato Arc! Suiyu!
Hey, go away! Lightning slash!
Okay, that didn't do a whole lot, but oh well.
Thunderclap!
Let's get it on! Ha! Ha! Gloves
Oh,
off.
I didn't mean to hit that! Whoopsie. God, everything looks so cool on her though. Man. I mean, she doesn't seem like she's doing terrible, but that's just because my builds are always pretty lackluster. I'm very casual, so I'm definitely not, like, here to break the meta or anything. If that makes sense. Let's see. Can I rotate this or just raise and lower it? Okay. So we'll have to make that purple at some point. Wait a minute. Oh! Oh, I see what we gotta do. Hang on. And then we'll raise you. Raise it one more. And now that that's free, we can change the color to purple. And then that lowers that. And that should have done it, right? Oh, wait. We've still got stuff to... And then we gotta change this back to yellow. There we go. Perfect. Easy. Okay. I
wasn't
always...
expecting anyone to make it through from the other side.
I was just gonna say it looks cool on the inside.
But as a desert dweller,
Oh.
I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
Mishal?
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run.
He looks
Had
so
I wanted
tiny.
to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already.
It sounds like he's trying to make that voice to sound threatening. No
I
offense.
witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing.
What is that?
The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
Oh,
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory.
I can help with that.
Let us draw our weapons. We will show them the true power King
Excuse me.
Deshret bestowed upon his followers.
Got the mini hiccups.
They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory.
Can I get that precious chest in the distance before we do?
Wave one, charge!
Oh,
Eliminate
shoot.
them.
Okay, yeah, we're starting right away. Perfect. Oh, wrong button!
A process of elimination.
Take this! Stay put!
My Traveler's so half-assed built. I just made her for Hyper Bloom.
Be still.
Don't think that you've won. We're just getting started.
Alright, let's see.
Lightning Slash!
There's a lot of virgin damage at the very least.
You were great!
Look at all that Hyper Bloom damage. I didn't even have to switch.
Any one of his followers.
You asked for it.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't do, like, a lot, but, I mean... Come on. Oh, come on! I forgot how just painful they are. Come on, let me freaking move! I'm stuck. And I keep hitting the wrong button.
Flicker.
Brothers! This is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
Oh, I can heal. There we go.
Where do you think you're going?
Yao definitely just became one of the best healers in this game, I think. She always helps out in the end.
Pound into the ground!
Lightning Slash!
Cascade.
Was that it? Okay.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us!
Really?
This place is like a
Oh.
gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
That's okay. This is the most fighting I get in a story event anyway, so I'll take it.
Yes, keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks.
Draw away?
I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
You got it. Hello? Oh.
Get out of my way.
It's so anticlimactic. I'm sorry, just a plucky little dude just making his way through this giant door.
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen. No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more.
Look at these dude with their facial hair. Look at them. So much facial hair in one image. Everyone's always so clean cut, it seems. What? Wait, did they just kill him?
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Oh god.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
You can't do that. That already happened in Sino's quest. We can't have somebody else burying in sand. Well, there they go. Oh. Wait, what's happening?
We were too late.
Oh.
It's over. There's no more need to fight.
These are like really anticlimactic deaths, no offense.
But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Let me fight.
Hey, Dehya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Oh. Interesting elevator.
Let's go.
All right, perfect. Let me heal just a little bit, just in case. You never know. I'm sorry, Yao Yao's heals are just the cutest little things. I know Dehya... Woo, I almost dropped there. I know Dia can heal herself, but still, I just like Yao Yao being able to heal. She's so precious. Is there anything under there that I need? I don't think so. I think we're okay. God, I love the desert architecture so much.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
You should know.
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after? Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
I think Dia might be serious about, like, taking your eyes out this time.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. I'm telling the truth. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out every day?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room? Answer me!
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want. It's not like any of them still matter anyway.
I mean the old records room.
Oh.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down?
Water break, sorry.
Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Interesting.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly aware of what he had done. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno.
Wait, is he alive?
Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys.
That would be a twist.
Spare them no mercy if they try anything.
That would be... You have anything to say?
I've already told you everything I know. Can't you just leave me alone?
Is there anything over here? I like how they still allow you to activate the elevator over here. That's actually really nice. Really cool. Oh, are you the one dude? Why are you... Yeah, you're the one dude that... that they unfortunately killed. Okay, open the records room we go.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Oh man, is Dia in denial?
Dehya.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking. Let's look around. Maybe we can find something that's been left behind.
His cane, maybe? Oh my god, I was actually right.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dia's father used.
Oh my gosh.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been left behind?
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh?
What? What is it? What'd you find? Cutscene. Oh. It was a blade the whole time.
Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
Aww.
The dragon is no more,
Baby
for
Dehya!
Princess Dehya has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates.
Aw.
Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dehya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dehya, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
Oh.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
Stop, my heart. The whole story was shared to the core of 30, which finally joined the investigation in the name of restoring order. The member of Desheret's relics were brought to justice, and the members of Dakan al-Akmar turned themselves to the authorities. Why would you not make that something I can't click away from?
What's this?
We got you some snacks and drinks. It's all on Paimon's tab. It's fine.
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money.
Did we get paid?
And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks.
Or did I pay
You
for
were
it?
super confused at the time, but said it was an adorable thing to say.
Aww.
These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy.
Oh my gosh. She rarely spends her allowance on other people. It's really my treat, but you get the point. Okay, I'll play along with Paimon.
Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aww.
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say.
And that's okay too.
My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me.
Oh. Yeah, everything did just happen so fast for you.
Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to us, it's the most worthless thing of all. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere.
Hey, it's the mixtaper! Yo, what are you doing here? Normally it's your roommate Connor that comes in and says hello. How are you doing?
My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different?
We just got done with a pretty emotional scene, so we're almost done with Dia's story quest here. Lurking around Twitch, well, I appreciate you lurking around my Twitch. Thank you.
Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth. and nearly even shed tears for his sake.
We literally just got done with a pretty emotional scene, and Dio's like dealing with grief at the moment, so I'm sorry if I don't really say too much here.
We're hypocrites. All of us.
Fact or spin, James is cooler than Connor. Answer carefully. Well, that one's a bit of a tough one, because I would have to say, if this is the mixtape we're talking, I would have to say that it would be spin, because neither are cooler than the mixtaper, or really any of the other mascots. For those of you that are in the chat and don't exactly. For those of you that aren't in the chat real quick, the mixtaper over here is a part of the Spin It podcast, which my friends James and Connor host, and it's a music podcast. So if you really like music, go, I have on my Twitch, James and Connor that you can follow, and then they have awesome little co-hosts like the mixtaper over here, who's totally not Connor. But anyways, so yeah, if you like music, go and see their podcast stuff. They have a YouTube channel, Twitch, all that. So go and say hi if you really like music and like to hear people talk about music. So the real star of the show is the mixtaper for sure. So anyways, for the chat, let's get back to Dehya real quick. And you're not a hypocrite, Dehya, you're fine. You should never question your true feelings though, never ever.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
Mm-hmm.
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Junior's side!
Ah, there she is!
I missed her too!
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. All I can do now is wait for their verdict.
Oh, he's gonna get judged.
Huh? Dehya, you're looking quite down again.
It's okay, she's just got a lot on her mind this time.
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
Mm-hmm. Once Paimon finishes telling the story, Junior's begins to cry,
Sorry.
and I'm
really
crying
should've
because I
controlled
can't
my
read
emotions
that
better.
fast.
I just...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel a little guilty watching you cry like this.
Don't cry, Junior. There is no crying at the table when there is this much good food right in front of you.
Dehya, your pain must be even worse. You shouldn't need to comfort me.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing has finally shown me the difference between illusion and reality.
Oh, yeah?
My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am, and I will never be able to lead a peaceful existence.
I understand how you feel.
It's different for everybody in this table.
That doesn't mean I won't
Except
be
us,
making
really,
any
but
changes
those
to
two
my life,
especially.
though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd jobs. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play.
Oh.
Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
It's always more fun when everyone's together. Or shopping trip.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
Listen, I said that you had my life. You have all my emotional support, okay? I'm here for you, Dehya. You can't be sad on my watch. Okay, I'm not sure how much we have left of Dia's story quest, but it's definitely gonna be over soon here. Do. Where are we going? All right, to the rug shop, apparently.
Oh, this rug here
Ooh.
is quite something.
That was
The
laggy.
craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Oh, it's the dude that cut out his tongue. Oh, yeah.
Hey, aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue?
Or
You
bit
can
his
still
tongue?
talk?
Wait, did he bite his tongue or did he cut it off? I thought it was a figure of speech. I don't know. Something happened.
Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to the Corps after this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Wow, we move fast. If you were unconscious for that long, my goodness.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members
So
gave
casual
this box
about
to
it.
me and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions.
More stuff from him?
Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
Dude is so casual. He's walking with a spring in his step like, I'm gonna go to jail.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh. It feels lighter than expected.
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat. But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Ugh, it kinda stinks.
I mean, it's probably old and burned.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart.
Is it your story
It was
that he
against
told
the
you?
Academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break that rule, he could have at least copied something useful.
It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use? Ew, man, the Academia, before we, stopped everything was insane.
That probably means this was really important to him.
Unless it's like a desert-only thing. I don't know.
And here are a few bags of children's snacks.
Oh, ew.
The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
What?
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, he always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? Why are these things here?
Big time spin. Hi, James. Hello. I just finished not too long ago talking about the spin it stuff. Yeah. Again, for those of you that don't know, James Breaks Games over here is one of the hosts of the Spin It podcast. So yeah, go give him a follow if you feel like it. He's been playing a lot of Zelda, Twilight Princess lately, and it's been a joy to watch. So if you like those kinds of games, old retro games, like go for it. He has a lot of fun playing them, and I have a lot of fun watching. So go give him a follow. I don't have a thing to send it in the message to send it directly, but I have it directed in my about section on my main page of the channel, so you can go give him a follow if you feel like it.
I'm suddenly feeling a little scared.
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap and dumped any and everything in there. One, no, 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
What an interesting man this dude was.
There's something in the bottle.
Oh no, ew, an old liquor bottle?
Oh, you're right.
What?
All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it in the bottle, though. If I end up forgetting about it, it won't really matter. To Dehya.
Oh.
It's a letter for me?
You don't need to read it out loud if you don't want to.
It's all right. I'll just read it out.
Okay.
If he went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have been some important things that he wanted to say. Or at least record down.
Yeah.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group.
Aww.
But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably Idrisi's fault. He was never up to any good.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that I was never your father to begin with.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Hello?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I was expecting a plot twist, but I wasn't expecting that twist.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you.
No way.
You were just lying there, small
Aww.
and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't have left a baby out in the middle of the desert. Even if you didn't want to be a father.
At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Anyway, Dehya, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
Stop. This thing's gonna make me cry. The last time I cried in a character story was Tighnari's, and now Dia's is gonna make me cry, man. Come on.
That's the end of the letter.
Oh,
In the end,
man.
he was still thinking of me as a little child.
But isn't that also a good thing?
I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you.
Oh.
The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me.
Oh my god, can we get a second story quest that involves Dia finding her true parents? Like, screw the Archons getting a second character story. I want a second character story to this. This is so good.
I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Please tell me that that means we get another story with Dia.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I also don't want to see his efforts go to waste. I don't want you to stop going forward.
I'll help too.
Yes, I want to see you two again.
Thank you.
Oh,
All of you. Thank you so much.
you deserve the best, Dia.
My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky. Because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
Guys, that was so good. That definitely bumped up to being my favorite character story, I think. Yeah, Tighnari's was there for a little while, but now that's bumped down to the second one. Dia's definitely my favorite. Oh my gosh, that was so good. It was really good. Very much enjoyed that one. I think I feel so bad that her kit is so terrible though. She didn't do terrible in the overworld fighting or anything. But you know, she definitely deserves better. But I don't know, maybe we can do a celebratory 10 poll, see what happens. I have like 30 wishes at the moment. It should be fine. I'm not expecting Dia, I'm not expecting anything, but I don't know. So, I don't know. We'll see. Why not? Just for funsies. Yeah, I figured we wouldn't get anything. Oh well. Out of everyone, I get Barbara too. Come on. Oh, that was lame. Lame 10 pull. Never mind. I'm not wishing anymore. I'm saving the rest of my wishes for 3.6. For Baiju and Kabe. So... Alright, let me find a place that doesn't involve a lot of talking. So yeah, that was Dia's story quest. Like I said, I think we can scoot that and we can transition over. Whoop. So, admittedly, I'm a bit streamed out from streaming so much yesterday for my art stream, that I just said we were going to do Dia's quest and end it there. But I very much enjoyed Dia's story quest. It was so good, and it helps that I really like Dia as a character. So I think that really helped a lot in terms of having fun with her story quests. And I hope we get something new. I know the Archon, well, minus Venti, but I know the Archons have been getting like part 2 of their story quests to delve deeper into some things, but I want to see a second Dia's story quest after that. I want her to find the people that abandoned her and just like beat them to a pulp. Okay, I want to see her get nasty with them, just to show how amazing of a or I will do it if I have to, just to show like, you left this person out in the sand. You left such a good person out in the sand. How could you do that? But yeah, I very much enjoyed it, and I think that is it in terms of Genshin streams for the time being. We did the Archon Quest Wednesday, we did Windbloom Thursday, we drew Genshin Friday, and we did Dia's Story Quest today. I say that's a lot of Genshin. So next week, I'm hoping to play some more of a variety of games. I'm hoping to play a Chill's Art game. I think that'll be pretty fun. And maybe do some more art to finish up the Genshin art that I started off with. I think that's about it in terms of all the stuff. The week after, so not this week, but the next week, we're still not done with the floor renovation yet, but they are coming early the week after Monday. So I might be out of commission for a little bit, so don't be surprised if you see something on Twitter that says, like, I can't stream for the week or something like that. This should be the last of it if that does happen, but who knows? We'll see. So anyways, I think that's about it for streaming, so that I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you have a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you all for staying. Thank you for the mixtaper and James for stopping by and saying hello. Again, if you like music and you like people talking about music, go say hi in the Spin It podcast or follow James Breaks Games over there. Bye, Erkin. Bye, Fern. I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you the next time I stream. So, bye-bye.